stuck here. The cops won't bother me.
You know, only in my town I've seen, in Portugal, I have seen villages that only have dirt roads. And these places like this, Holman, for example, in New Mexico, the town, like where people live, is just dirt. They don't even have gravel, it's just dirt. It's just incredible. I mean, aren't they paying taxes for somebody to pave the roads? Incredible, man. This is a very poor area right here. Everything's just falling apart. Look at this, we're going up the mountain and over on Route 518. Right now, 7,700 feet and climbing. And down below is the valley, man. I love seeing the valley from the mountains. I am in top gear, so it's struggling a bit. 8,000 feet. Awesome. That's that's about 2,000 feet higher than any of the highest places on the East Coast, near DC, which is, the highest is 6,500 at the height of, I believe it's at the Skyline Drive or the Blue Ridge Parkway. That's the highest, and we are already 2,000 feet higher than there, and we're climbing. We're already at 1,100. Man, New Mexico is cool. This bike has no pulling. You know, like I told you guys, I have ridden it 2 up from Salt Lake City all the way to DC, and the bike just did fine. And we climbed several mountains in Colorado, because we went to Denver first. And they were high mountains, like 13,000 feet or something crazy like that. 8,400. Man, we're already at 8,400 feet. Man, I think the altitude is doing something to my tiny little brain. Man, the bike is just grunting like crazy. Get up on there. We are going to be at 8,900 feet. Holy shit. That's a pretty big mountain, man. This highway 518 is pretty darn excellent. That's the reason I don't want to go to Denver or anything, because I'm not into like 30-degree nights. The highest point was 9,400 feet. I mean, goddamn, that is so fucking high. And look at this. I'd be like, man, wouldn't it be awesome to have like a summer house over here, all by yourself, or maybe even a winter house if you had enough like wood for the fire. The Carson National Forest. I'm going to check out this trail here, or the campsite. I have never stayed there. I stayed closer to Taos, but I want to see what agua piedra, that means water, stone water. Yeah, so this is a pay campsite. Not exactly what I wanted, but look at that nice little creek. That's the Carson National Forest. So that place didn't really have any good camping. It had pay camping. I just put a waypoint down just in case I wanted to double back. There also wasn't a lot of people there, so I could always double back. And I'm only 25 miles away from my original plan, and there's another one over there, I think. An outskirt near Taos, I think it's called Talma. And you can see around, the architecture is already very different. They have like the Adobe style houses, which is really cool. 3 years ago, I was riding through this area, and I was in the Indian reservation. And I was just like pulled over in the shoulder, looking at my GPS, figuring out where I wanted to go. And here comes a rider on a BMW R1200 GS. Super nice bike. And I thought I was lost, but I was just looking at my directions, trying to find a campsite. And turns out the guy was French, and he was like a baker, and he worked in a bakery. He was from Texas. We'll call him Frenchie from now on, because he had a French accent. And so from then, like, I let him, hey man, there's some campsites over there we can camp. And we camped together, you know, it was cool. Two guys alone in a romantic campsite. Well, anyway, we went to sleep, woke up. He had all the gear, all that BMW gear, stove, coffee, bread, everything. He made it all for this trip, and I gorged. I gorged on that. Carson National Forest. Yeah, I gorged, and you know, I rode with him quite a bit that day. It was pretty fun. But yeah, I never heard from him again. I don't even know if he gave me his number. Jesus, what the fuck is up with this? God, this puts me in such a foul mood. I'm trying to get to my campsite, assholes. Yes, Taos, everybody's trying to get into Taos. But man, what the fuck is up with Taos? Why there's so much traffic? I guess people are going there to eat because the restaurants are good or something? I don't know. This guy's just in the middle of the road. See, this is why Taos is popular. It's very cute. Fucking hell. People just crossing the street when it's fucking green. What the fuck are they doing? Oh, fucking shit. Community against violence. It's my luck. I came to Taos when they were parading. Look at this pueblo. Really cool. You can get all your trinkets here and ceramics. I actually didn't mean to come here. I have to double back. Hot yoga Taos. Oh, god damn. It's never ending here. There's a funeral now. This is So Squids, I am here at Taos Ski Resort. I stayed actually here 3 years ago, but I couldn't remember exactly where it was in the resort, but I eventually found it after a lot of frustration. One of the things I hate is finding campsites really late when the sun is going down. I like to have a little bit of time to kind of relax and do my stuff and make sure that the campsite feels safe. What I like about this particular area is there's a lot of campers throughout the area, so I kind of like staying where there's other campers just in case, you know, anything happens, which it never really does. This is a free campsite in the Taos Ski Resort. It's in the Carson National Forest, so if you don't know, you can camp for free at the National Forest if it's posted. There are campsites that you have to pay, but generally the ones that don't have like bathrooms and stuff like that usually are free. And if you camp near other campers, I think it's a little bit safer. There's 2 or 3 other campers here, and they're in cars, so they're doing like car camping, and they have some pretty good setups, like ProMaster vans and stuff like that. That's the kind of setup I'd eventually like. Taos is a very touristy area. It's got a lot of good restaurants and stuff like that, but keep that in mind, so the prices are going to be a little bit higher. But Taos is known for crafts and arts, and there's a lot of galleries here, so you can like shop around, antiques, and a lot of Native American arts and crafts. So it's a really cool area to come and just look at all the things that Native Americans are making.